Our gallbladder is actually very important for our digestive process, and it does a lot of functions that really allow us to break down our food and help the body detox correctly. So if there's trouble with your gallbladder, it can be nice to know some early warning signs to know, do I need to take steps to make sure that the gallbladder is doing okay? And beyond pain or discomfort in that upper right quadrant, kind of where your gallbladder is, that's an obvious sign that there's gallbladder trouble. But most of the other signs that can let you know that things may not be going so well usually have to do with bile not flowing correctly. It's very common for someone's bile to become too thick and sticky to flow correctly, and that's usually what creates the real trouble in the gallbladder, is just an inability for things to move through the way that they're supposed to. So some really common signs that someone can look out for is if someone is having a lot of nausea issues, especially if they eat a higher fat food, a food with a lot of fatty content, and they really don't feel well after that. That's a sign that you're not breaking down your fats correctly, and that's usually because bile is not flowing. Bile is what helps us emulsify or break down those dietary fats. So if that's not working correctly, someone will have a common situation where they don't feel so great, they're having a lot of nausea issues, or it can really be magnified when they eat fatty foods. Another common sign is a very light colored stool. Like if you see that the stool is lighter than the color of corrugated cardboard, that's a sign that bile is not flowing well. Also, if someone is having like skin or acne issues or breakouts, that can be another possible situation where bile is not flowing and breaking down those fats correctly. So some of those undigested fats end up being tried to push out through the pores in the skin, and they get clogged up and create those skin issues. And chronically loose stools can also be a sign. Now, there's other issues that can cause chronic diarrhea issues, but this is a possible sign that things are going wrong with the gallbladder, because the bile is very important to help us neutralize acids coming from the stomach. So if you have those signs going on, it can be a good idea to check out what's going on and maybe take some steps to thin out that bile. We'll put a link in the description of this short for our video on 5 steps to improve bile flow. But if you want to better understand these signs that can show up when the gallbladder is having some trouble, you can click on the link on the screen in the pinned comment or the description of this short for our full video on 5 signs of gallbladder trouble.